Let's see. Can you see that? Grab and go, Grace. Yeah, okay. I called it grab and go, Grace. Not because it's easy to say, but because I think grace is a term we so often abuse in our health journeys. Like we overuse grace. And I don't mean the Lord's grace because the Lord's grace is never ending. But I mean we often make an excuse of grace in 3 hours. Oh, I'm just going to eat this, give myself some grace and start again in 3 hours. Many of us, not everybody, but many of us do
Hi, babe.
make a habit of making it an excuse. Let me go ahead and mute everybody real quick. I got some background. See if I can do that. Hold on. Sorry, my
Baby.
tech savvy inabilities here. I can't
What
even.
are you doing?
Mary, can you mute? I can't find the mute button. Um, to mute everybody. Let's see. There we go. I think I got her. And now I'm not sharing my thing. There we go. Um, all right. So I want you to consider where you are in this journey. When you don't have a plan and you find yourself in a space of, I'm just going to go off plan. I want you to take a breath and know, number one, you're not failing because you didn't plan. You're not failing because you went off plan. It's just a step in your journey. And we're all learning together and we're all learning ways to stay on plan and make better choices as we go in every opportunity. We need backup strategies, and strategies are different than plans. What we're going to talk about today is, you found yourself at 3 p.m., you're starving, you're standing in front of a fridge like, well, I blew it again. I didn't start the crock pot, or I didn't cook the chicken ahead of time, or I forgot to plan for this, or I forgot this ingredient to go in this recipe. So I might as well just hit the drive-through, or I might as well just grab a sandwich and I'll just use this bread because it's what's here because I don't have a plan. And maybe I had a plan, but I failed to execute it. And so now I'm finding myself just feeling like I blew it. And every single one of us has been there, every single one of us. So we're just going to talk about doable options that you can use immediately when you're at home, in your car, out running errands. Just simple things to always have on plan so that you always have a strategy. Again, strategy being different than being than planning. Strategy and planning are two different things. The real problem, I think, here is our mindset. We kind of operate under this silent rule of if I don't do it perfectly, I might as well not do it at all. I might as well just many of us, especially those of us who are perfectionists, and I have perfectionist tendencies in some areas of my life and other areas of my life where I couldn't care less about perfection. My perfection strategies often line up with those things where I really need to make good choices. But I use that um, out of, well, I don't have everything lined up. It's not exactly where I need it to be, so I might as well go off plan. We get this, if I don't do it perfectly, I might as well not do it at all. And that leads to spirals. Oh, I didn't meal prep, so I'll just start Monday. Oh, I forgot to thaw the meat. You know what? Let's just grab a pizza. Oh, I ran out of time. I'm just going to eat whatever is available. But the truth is, you don't need a perfect plan. You just need commitment. A commitment, a core commitment mindset that I stay on plan because I've decided to. End of story. Doesn't matter if I have a plan or not. I can choose to stay on plan. And the difference between people who get real results and those who stay stuck, it's not about meal prep. It's not about having the perfect things in your fridge all the time. It's not about having a go bag, and all of those things are good and awesome and beneficial in our journey. But that's not what really brings us success. What brings us success is the mindset, the decision to stay on plan. So let's talk about the practical stuff. What can we have at home? What are the most practical things to have at home? And if there are some things that you always should have in your fridge, and I have a handout to give you after that has like, it's just a handout resource of most practical things to always have on hand in your home. Now, and these can be things that, you have, if you're doing a meal plan, for example, and you put things like cottage cheese and, a salad, that's fine. But for those times when you don't write a meal plan, those times when you are just so busy you can't think straight. What do I have in my fridge all the time that I can make me successful in any situation? And so I walk into my kitchen, I'm tired, I'm unprepared, I'm hungry. These are my standby, and these are what I always have in my home. They chaos proof my fridge so that I always have this available. Boiled eggs. I say boiled eggs, but honestly, eggs. Because I can scramble an egg, I can boil an egg really quickly. They don't have to be boiled all the time, but one thing that I do a lot is buy prepackaged boiled eggs from the grocery store. Yes, they're more expensive than buying them unboiled, but let me tell you, they last a long time in the fridge. They're quick. If I'm running out the door and I need a quick source of protein, I've got boiled eggs already done. I didn't even have to think of it and I didn't have to peel it. Somebody else did it for me. I love those little things. I get them right at Walmart in they come in like a little Ziploc bag thing, stick them right in my fridge. It makes so easy. I always, 100% of the time, have cottage cheese in my fridge. Always. That is one thing that is a absolute must for me because in the absolute busiest day, if all I can do is grab a cup of cottage cheese and go, I've got a healthy protein. That's it. That's all I need is that cup of cottage cheese. I always have that in my fridge. Greek yogurt is another good option. And we'll talk about pantry staples in a little bit, but whey protein and Greek yogurt, those two things, I eat that at least 3 times a week when I'm busy, I'm tired, I don't want to go in the kitchen and cook, I don't want to make anything. I dump some protein powder in my Greek yogurt, stir it up, and go about my day. And are there veggies? No. Is there a serving of fruit with it? No. But do I have my protein and a good source of fuel for my lunch in a super rushed moment? Yeah, I do. It's nourishing, it's healing, and it's good for my body. Rotisserie chicken is one that I almost always have in my fridge. Now it's actually in my freezer. Did you need me, honey? What do you need? Well, can we wait until after? I'll deal with it after, okay? I'm on a Zoom. Um, I every time I go to Sam's Club, it doesn't matter what I'm going to Sam's Club for. If I'm going in there for toilet paper, I am leaving with 2 rotisserie chickens. 100% of the time, whether we're having it for supper or not, I am leaving with 2 rotisserie chickens. I come home, I pick the chicken, I put it in serving size Ziploc bags in my freezer and throw it in my freezer. At any given moment, there are 2 to 3 bags of cooked, ready to go chicken that all I have to do is take out in the morning and it's ready for lunch because it's thawed. It's cooked, it's picked, I know if it's a fuel pull or an S based on whether it's dark meat. I always just write S or fuel pull on the side, then I know if it's dark meat or just white meat. I always have that in my freezer. And then another thing that I will often eat is turkey and cheese roll-ups. So I always have sandwich meat. I say turkey, but it could be ham, could be roast beef, could be really anything. I always have sandwich meat in my fridge because my family eats it. I will grab few pieces of sandwich meat and a piece of cheese, and often I'll wrap it around a pickle. And that makes a quick, satisfying, it's a great snack. In that 3 o'clock moment in between lunch and dinner when I'm like, I am starving, I need something really quick. Instead of grabbing a bag of chips out of the cupboard to snack on, that takes me literally less than 2 seconds to put together. Always having greens in my fridge. I always have salad greens in my fridge. Now, admittedly, I often have salad greens in my fridge and I often have salad greens in my trash. I have a very bad habit of buying salad greens, coming home, looking at them, thinking they look great and that I should make a salad, and then 2 days later they go in the trash. That is like sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't just go to the grocery store with a trash bag and just take it from the shelf right into the garbage can and then go pay for it because I throw my salad greens away so often. But when I get into the routine of using them, they are quick and easy, especially if I have that rotisserie chicken in my fridge, in my freezer. I can thaw out that rotisserie chicken. I can thaw it in the microwave in seconds. I've got pre-washed greens and dressing, store-bought dressing. All I'm looking for with store-bought dressing is less than 2 net carbs. That's it. Yeah, they got some less than ideal oils. Yeah, they got sometimes have a little bit of sugar, but as long as they're 2 net grams of carbs or less, they're considered an on-plan personal choice. Go for it. Don't stress about those little bits of oil or things like that in a store-bought dressing. That on some pre-washed greens with some rotisserie chicken or even my turkey and cheese roll-ups on top of greens with some dressing. Super, super simple. Doesn't take thought, doesn't take planning, doesn't take washing, doesn't take anything other than grabbing it out of the fridge and eating. Let's see. I think I got pantry staples next. Let's see. Yep, pantry and freezer. Some things I always, always, always have in my pantry. And I'm going to show you a couple of these things when I'm done. Some of the things that I buy that I really like. Tuna and salmon pouches. I always have, I have canned tuna, not necessarily pouches, but I have salmon pouches. I always have those in my cupboard. Always. I always have nut butters in my cupboard. They're a good source of small amount of protein. They're a good source of a healthy fat. They go great on my sprouted bread. If all I can manage in the moment is toast with peanut butter, and I don't have 30 grams of protein, and I don't have a side of milk, or I don't have a fruit on the side, it is not the end of the world. I have chosen something that is good for my body and nourishing for my body, and I would rather have toast and peanut butter that is less than ideal on protein than grabbing a frozen dinner or a hot pocket or a bag of chips out of the cupboard. If you don't, you shoot the best you can for your protein. You find yourself lacking on protein, but you stayed on plan, girl, you are so much further ahead. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. I do the best I can all the time with my protein. And sometimes I don't get enough protein. And it's okay. It's all right. I always have protein powder in my cabinet. This last week, for the last 2 weeks, I've just been sicker than a dog. And honestly, food, which is very unusual for me. Even when I'm sick, I'm usually thinking, what can I eat? The last few days, the idea of food, just, I didn't want to eat. I just haven't felt good. I have had so much whey protein in milk. Like that has gotten me through healthy protein in a glass of milk. It's a fuel source and it's beautiful protein and it's on plan. And that's great. That is such a better option than a can of soup out of the cupboard. I mean, it's such a better option. Canned beans. I always have canned beans. That's the one thing I really want to show you is the beans that I buy from. I buy them from Thrive Market, but you can get them other places too. I saw some at Publix this week. Just different like flavored pouches of different flavored beans and stuff that literally all I have to do is if I don't mind eating them cold, I can eat them out of the pouch, but usually I just throw them in the microwave. Freezer lifesavers, steamed veggies. I've always got corn, green beans, and mixed veggies. Usually I do like the stir fry mix. I like that one a lot. I always have that in my freezer. I always have burger patties in my freezer. I like turkey burger patties from Trader Joe's, but any burger patty, you can take it out, slap it on the grill or slap it on your stove, slap it in the air fryer. It's nothing more than pulling it out of the freezer and cooking it. And I cook it from frozen all the time, and it's perfectly fine. Pre-cooked meatballs, that one's just kind of a little, you want to pay attention to what you're getting. Some of them are full of weird junk. Look for a healthier version. The Amy Lou are really, really good. You just want something with good, clean ingredients. But having those in the fridge makes a super quick and easy on the go option. All right. Fast food, one of my favorite topics. I love me some fast food, y'all. I'm a fast food junkie. I always have been. I remember um wanting to go for burger or was it McDonald's one night and I begged my mother and she wouldn't take me. I begged her and begged her and begged her and begged her all the way home. I can still remember that night. I don't know why it made a wrinkle in my brain. And I remember sitting in the front seat trying to guilt her into taking me to McDonald's and I was pretending to eat a burger and saying it was so good. She never did bring me. I am a fast food junkie. So I'm out, I'm about, I've gone past hungry into hangry. I'm surrounded by temptation. Everywhere I look, there's a fast food plan. I need to go into it ahead of time. I know what fast food is on plan at any given fast food restaurant in my surrounding area at any time. So if I need to stop, I know exactly what my options are. I love to know that ahead of time. Take the time to figure that out. Jump online. The menus are all online and figure out what is the best choice for you. I always get grilled nuggets, like Chick-fil-A, for example. Grilled nuggets or a grilled chicken sandwich with, I ditch the bun. I get it with a side salad. I carry, um, I call it my emergency purse tortilla. I carry a tortilla in my car. There's always a tortilla in my car. There's probably two or three stuck under the car seat somewhere too. I always have an emergency purse tortilla with me so that if I go somewhere like Five Guys, or if the other day we were headed to Pennsylvania and we had to stop halfway there, and the only place at the exit we stopped was McDonald's. McDonald's is not really ideal for getting on-plan food unless you want a bunless burger, and it's the most pathetic looking thing on your plate, and it makes you sad when your family's around you eating all the big stuff and you've got this little tiny burger patty that's looking a little, gray. That is where my emergency purse tortilla comes in. I slap a Big Mac into my emergency purse tortilla, and as silly as that sounds, it turns it into a meal. It just changes it from this pathetic bunless burger to something that it tastes heartier. I have a sandwich, it's something to hold on to. I always have that in my purse. But even so, worst case scenario, if I don't have that with me, I can still get a bunless burger. I don't have to choose the nuggets just because I'm at McDonald's. I may want to, but I know the difference in how I'm going to feel eating a Big Mac or nuggets versus how I'm going to feel choosing the healthier option. A taco place, you can get taco bowls minus the rice or tortillas. And even if you get the rice on occasion, don't stress over a little bit of white rice. It's been proven over and over that white rice really isn't that terrible. Pearl talks about it on occasion, that she will on occasion have white rice. Even if you get the white rice, just skip the fried tortilla. It's perfectly fine. And if you're at a place like what's the place? Chipotle that has corn, sometimes some of them, they don't all, but if you're at a place like Chipotle that has soft corn tortillas are on plan. They're just masa and water. That's all they are. So get the soft corn tortillas. Side salads with your protein. Almost every fast food restaurant has some sort of side salad except for McDonald's. Wendy's, you guys, has an amazing salad. Their Cobb salad is delicious. It is my favorite fast food salad. Chick-fil-A has awesome salads. Worst case scenario, you go bunless. You go in, you choose something grilled, bunless. It's very rare that you can't find a place that offers that. I know that Kentucky Fried Chicken is harder of a place to find that. You can get corn and green beans. That's about the only thing on their menu that's on plan. So I avoid that place, and I avoid Bojangles. They do have grilled chicken, but it's pretty puny. So I avoid those two places. Everywhere else, I can find an on-plan option. I always get some places actually now, a few places carry Zevia. Usually it's places that have like a cooler. Some Subways carry them, and but unsweet tea is my go-to. I get unsweetened tea, and I always have cherry hydrates in my purse. Cherry or orange or whatever, the little hydrate sticks, or I have the baby formula containers full of THM hydrates. So I just pop it open, pour a little into my unsweetened iced tea. It's delicious. Chick-fil-A will do seltzer water. A couple of other places, if you ask, will do seltzer water. Some of them will look at you like you have three heads because they don't know what it is. So I either get seltzer water if they have it and put my hydrates in it, or I get unsweetened iced tea. McDonald's unsweetened iced tea is absolutely delicious. I love it. So those are my go-tos for fast food. Now, what if you find yourself your only option is a gas station? You're at a gas station. So often these days, gas stations have little cooler areas that have cheese sticks, boiled eggs. You can get jerky. Just pay attention to the added sugars. Some of them have lots, like teriyaki is going to have a ton, but you can get some like the spicier ones. Just look for 2 grams of carbs or less. If you stay under 2 net carbs, you're good. Jerky's a great option. Nuts are a great option. Sometimes they have protein shakes that are on plan. I look for the I think it's pronounced Owyn, Owyn. Those are on plan. And some of them in the cooler now carry the Slate drinks. We were at a gas station this weekend and I was looking for a seltzer and I saw Slate drinks in the cooler. Those are becoming more and more popular. So protein shakes, pre-cut veggies or fruit and cheese. All of the sheets down here carry these huge coolers full of fruit and cheese and pre-cut veggies. Lots and lots of gas stations carry that now. Those are a great option. And again, if you get fruit and cheese and you get 10 grams of protein instead of 20, is that still not a better choice than the bag of Doritos and the Reese's peanut butter cups? It's still a better choice, even if you're slightly low on protein. It's not the end of the world. Protein portable shaker bottle, that is a good thing to carry in your car with some protein powder in it. I do have a go bag. And actually, I think that's on my next page that we're talking about the emergency car kit. Yeah. Shaker cup with protein powder in it already, so that if you go somewhere and all you can get is 1% milk, go for it. 1% milk and your protein powder, shake it up. You have a quick, easy, done shake. You've got protein. It's a healthy source. And would I rather go to McDonald's and get a Big Mac and fries than have a shaker cup with protein powder and milk? Yes, I would. I would. I would rather eat that. But which does my body deserve? I've made a decision to stay on plan no matter what. I've started, or haven't just started, but it took me a while before I finally realized, not every single meal has to be the best thing I ever ate in my life. I used to be like, I looked forward to every meal. Um, I couldn't wait for the next meal to be, the most delicious thing ever. And I would think about having something like protein powder and milk as a snack being like such deprivation because I missed out on French fries or I missed out on a candy bar. I also miss out on the inflammation and the weight gain and the skin issues and the mental health issues that it was causing me, and a lot of things that I miss out on by choosing the protein powder and milk. I have learned that making that commitment to stay on plan no matter what seriously, seriously pays off in so many ways. Your go bag have jerky and raw almonds, collagen packets you can get. I like to use again the the baby formula containers and put optimized collagen so that I know I'm getting a great complete protein. I have that and a frother in my go bag, and I will get a coffee and put collagen packets in it for a protein. I did it twice this weekend while we were traveling. It was kind of snack time, and I didn't want like beef jerky or anything, just wasn't feeling like it. I got a coffee with half and half, and I have my Truvia packets in my purse, put some of that in it, and I put a serving of collagen and zinged it up real quick with my frother, and I had a delicious meal replacement in a cup of coffee. Let's see. What do I have next? Okay. If you tell yourself, I can always choose something healthy. I'm not powerless. I'm just unprepared in the moment, but I'm not powerless. Being unprepared does not take the power to stay on plan away. I cannot tell you how many times in the last 1600 and some odd days that I have been on plan that I have been unprepared. A million times. And yet I have never, ever found myself in a situation where I couldn't still choose healthy. I and that doesn't mean I'm always getting my okra and I'm always getting 40 grams of protein and I'm always getting this and I'm always getting that. I am getting a healthy, nourishing meal, whether it's absolutely perfect or slightly less than. I'm getting a nourishing meal. I have never, ever, ever found myself where I'm like, well, I don't have a choice. I have to eat off plan. I don't need a perfect setup. No amount of meal planning, no amount of prepping, none of that is going to work unless you have the mindset of, I can stay on plan. You have to have that mindset of, I've made a plan, I've made a commitment to stay on plan. I don't need perfect to be powerful. I just need a decision. Staying on plan in a pinch is not about perfection, it's just about persistence. That's all it's about. I if you're in my coaching group, you've heard me say it all the time, that's not my food. I say that all the time. When I go somewhere and there's a ton of off-plan food that I would rather have, my answer to that is that's not my food. I'm going to an event tomorrow that is being catered by Chick-fil-A, and I've thought about it a few times. Like, what if there is only fried chicken and they don't have any grilled chicken? I'm assuming a catered lunch is going to have salad there. It has to. But guess what? I'm bringing with me a Scout tuna. And will it be the end of the world if the catered lunch at that event doesn't have salad or grilled chicken and it's only fried chicken and French fries and I choose Scout tuna instead? Will I die from having a Scout tuna instead of a fried chicken meal? No. And I can guarantee you that I will feel so much better for it. Even if in the moment I'm like, stink, I'd really like to have that fried chicken. I'm not going to die. It's a decision of consistency. It's a decision of ditching the overwhelm. I'm not going into this with overwhelm, worrying about what's going to be on plan. I'm just going in prepared. That's it. I go in with a pouch of tuna in my go bag because it's in my car already. I already have it. And if I show up and, in a situation where I were to go to that and didn't have a plan, I didn't have my tuna in the car or whatever, I would just eat chicken without the stuff on it. I would just pick the stuff off it because I choose that for me. I'm going to get stomach cramps and inflammation and everything else from eating off plan because I've been so consistent. I'm not going to choose to go that direction. I will do the best I can. If you, I always throw this in here when I do a live Zoom. If you think, I need some extra help on this journey, I have options for you that can help if you're sick of starting over, if you really need some guidance and support. I have some options. My coaching starts at $10 a month. For $10 a month, you get a monthly Zoom, which is going to be this coming Monday. You get a menu every single week, and you get a sharecast from me with encouragement and motivation and, kind of a little kick in the butt when you need it. Sometimes my messages are a little kick in the pants for you. And that starts at $10. And then from there, I offer group coaching that has a huge support system, a community of women ready to support you in your journey. But if that is something you would like more information on, just reach out to me. I'm happy to get that information for you. We're going to do a Q&A, but first I want to show you, let me stop the share. I want to show you a couple of options that I have. Woo, hello. Scout tuna, first of all. These little things are wonderful. These are little, let me snap on a light. These Scout tuna, this cover popped off, has a little can in it. It has a little packet of this mixed stuff. This one is a jalapeno crunch, and girls, it is spicy. This one is spicy, but I love it. I love it. It's got that in the bottom, this can, and it's yellowfin, which if you've never had, oh, glory, it's so good. And it has olive oil in it, so it's a super healthy fat. You don't have to drain this. It's in beautiful, healthy olive oil. You open your can, pour it in here, add your mix, and it even comes with this little fork that makes you cringe when you put it in your mouth because it's, wood. Or you can bring your own fork. These are such an awesome little meal option, and they've got 23 grams of protein. It's super, super awesome. And then I wanted to show you these. These are what I get from Thrive, and I've seen them at places like Publix and stuff. Don't look at the Cheez-Its and stuff because those aren't my food. Things like this get me through. A Dozen Cousins brand. This is refried black beans in a pouch, water, black beans, onion, spices, avocado oil, garlic, sea salt, and chili peppers. That's all it is. I take it out, pour it in a bowl. It is so good. And this whole container has got, let's see, 50 grams of carbs. So I would eat about probably half of this because this is pretty big. That's pretty big. About half of that. It's also got protein. And if you mix that with a little collagen, you add extra protein. It's actually they're really quite good. They also have flavored pinto beans. I love these. These ones are Mexican. They're simmered with tomatoes and chili peppers and green spices. These are a super quick and easy grab lunch, and they don't, I mean, if you're not opposed to eating them cold, you can. I've done it before. So things like that. Brown rice comes pre-cooked in the freezer now. I can't remember the last time I cooked brown rice other than in my microwave. But those are things that I always have in my cupboards, things that I can grab quick and easy. Okay, honey. All right, I'll come back over here and sit down. You can't find Scout, Susan. I don't know who. I got mine from Thrive, but I've also gotten it from Sam's Club as well. Yeah, somebody mentioned my dining out guide. I do have a dining out guide on my website that does it gives you 80 plus restaurants and their best on-plan option. It's chain restaurants all over the country, some that I hadn't even heard of when we built it, that people found from other areas of the country. So what do we got? What do we got for questions? We have any questions today? I'm gonna look in the chat too over here on Facebook. I'm gonna upload, oops, somebody jumping in. I'm gonna upload my handout for you guys. I'll also post it in Facebook for those that are watching on Facebook. Let's see. What baby? Yes, it's not mold, it's marshmallow. All right, grab and go resources right there. There is a resource that you can download, and it will be on Facebook as well that you can download. And it's just a good resource to hang on your fridge. It's a great thing to just always have those things in your house, or, not all of them, but a lot of the things. If they're in your cupboard, you always have a quick meal. And again, you don't have to have a gourmet meal. Like if your lunch is turkey wrapped around a pickle, that's okay. It's okay if that is your snack for today or that is your lunch for today. If all you have in the house is some cottage cheese and a spoon, go for it. It is okay. I like to keep cooked spaghetti squash on hand. It's so good with pizza sauce and turkey pepperoni for a quick lunch. That's a great idea. You just keep it frozen, like little servings of it. No, you just keep it in your fridge. So you just make a bunch of them, keep it in your fridge. Yeah. Yeah. Great way to get veggies in too. I love um to get my veggies, I love cucumbers and cottage cheese. I just put some tahini or whatever on my um, cucumbers sliced up in my and have it with my cottage cheese. I think we get wrapped up in this idea that I have to have a recipe. It's got to be something out of the book or something I found on Pinterest to be this on-plan meal. It's got to be more than just a sandwich. And really, if you have sprouted bread, mayo, and turkey, you've got lunch, and that's okay. If it's basic, that's perfectly okay. And even better, permission given to have a crossover. If you are out and about and you need something in a hurry and your options at the gas station are popcorners and beef jerky and it's a crossover, that is okay. That is still a better option than going and ordering the chicken tenders and french fries. What else? Do we have any questions? You guys can come off mute and ask your questions if you have any. Julie says she gets Scout tuna at Walmart. Yeah, I love it too, Julie. It's so delicious. The I like the za'atar one. I didn't even know what za'atar flavoring was, but I love that stuff. And when I see them, I'm like, oh, they're a little pricey. They can be like $5. Like Sam's Club and stuff, if you can find them there, they're a lot cheaper. But like here at Lowe's Foods, they're like five something, which feels really pricey. But if I'm having that I try to put it in perspective. If I was going out to McDonald's for lunch, it would cost me $12. If I was going to any drive-through, I'm going to spend 12 bucks at least. A Scout tuna is a full, nourishing, healthy, delicious meal for $5. Looks like a lot when you think, oh, it's a can of tuna. But in the big scheme of things, you're going to spend $5 on any meal at the end of the day. Okay, we have no questions. Nobody's going to come off mute. You're all too chicken to come off mute. Every single one of you, chicken. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to try to do more things like this in the future, just, helping you solve those micro problems, those things that come up and are nagging at you and taking you off plan when you don't want to be off plan, and just empowering you to stay on plan anytime. All right, girls. Well, thanks for joining me. I'll see you at the next one. Bye, guys.